Welcome back to Terabyte the Bay. I'm David. I just realized as I finished up my Sofa Loren video, I never did finally get to the question: how does it impact his position as the vice presidential Republican nominee? So, in my previous read, Sofa Loren versus Childless Cat Ladies, probably should call it Part One. I got sidetracked because the Knight of Wands showed up, and I wanted to know what he was nervous about. What's going on? And looks like more is coming, and more is going to be coming quickly. But I never doubled back to the whole what was going to be the original title of it. How's it going to impact his candidacy? So let's do a little quickie here and find that out. How will these drag photos plus whatever else seems to be coming out, courtesy of childless cat ladies everywhere, the perceived enemy, how is that going to impact JD Vance's vice presidential nomination? Okay. Entertainment purposes only. Disappointment, heartbreak, betrayal. I think somebody's going to tell him to leave. Not asking him, telling him. He's not going to do it on his own. Now, we'll read the energy. It could be that whoever leaked these photos is breaking his heart. But it looked like the person who leaked this photo was somebody who had their heart broken first. Ace of Swords. A new crusade, a new campaign. And victory. Does this cause JD Vance to double down with anti-gay rhetoric? Or does somebody come in and say, you know what? Upon further review, we are going to look for somebody else. You know, we've got a new champion that we need to look for. That's more that flows way more easily. Oh God. In the past is the Ten of Swords. When these pictures get out, his campaign, you know, between Trump trying to disassociate himself from Project 2025 and these pictures, the JD Vance Donald Trump ticket is doing the slow circle down the commode of political irrelevance. Glug, 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 glug. And it's time to move on. If the Republicans want to win this election, this is not the ticket that they need anymore. They need to change the ticket. They can't get rid of Trump without Trump agreeing. They can't get rid of Vance either without Vance agreeing. But they can talk with Vance's supporters, also known as the Peter Thiels of this world, and convince Vance to step down. Vance is kind of a team player with a lot of ambition. He'll probably do it. We won't be happy about it, but he would probably do it. Yeah, he's going to be told to do it. Your daddy says you're going to step down. You don't get a choice on this one. And it could be Peter Thiel that even tells him that, but somebody in authority is going to tell him that he's no longer part of the ticket here. Go find a new job. Go back to Silicon Valley, or go find yourself. You know? It could be that his cross-dressing and whatever comes out after that is too much for the Republicans to bear, and they've got to move on. How interesting. This is an opportunity for JD Vance. Now, JD Vance has the option. He doesn't have to step down. He does not have to take a powder. He can't be removed. He can only volunteer to go. If he volunteers to go, what's in it for him? What are you going to do to sweeten the pot so that he takes a powder from this campaign? Wheel of Fortune. Now, in that previous reading, I was mentioning that when you aren't being your authentic self, you're going to run into a lot of resistance. This is one of those big life opportunities. You've been outed. Pictures have come out. I suspect that we are going to get more stories and more pictures, and maybe former significant others. Stories are going to come out about his authentic self. And then he will have the opportunity to embrace his authentic self or take another path. Given the energies of JD Vance, his ambitions, his influences, versus, and his influences, I'm looking at him wanting to be vice president, billionaire Peter Thiel supporting him, versus his authentic self. I'm leaving Usha out of it for the moment. His wife. For Carter, what's JD Vance? Either what's he going to contemplate or what's he going to do? I'd love to know the contemplation, but let's just do a for Carter on this one. What are we going to have with JD Vance here? Agreements. I don't think he's going to be his authentic self. I think he's going to cut a deal. There's that page of one. So we've got the lesson to be learned. Time to take a walk. There's judgment. It still could be him being authentic to himself. And the hermit. Ooh, interesting. Back to his youth. If he takes the path of higher intention, he's going to remember his youth and maybe pursue whatever it is that is his authentic self. You know, it's his life to live. He's the one who has to answer on Judgment Day. So go walk your path. Find out who you are. Path of self-exploration. That's the high energy. If he goes low energy, he's left his youthful days in the past, and now he's instead of pursuing his values, he's pursuing money, and he will go down that path of lesser intention, and that's something that will be a key moment of his in his life path. Remember, we had the Wheel of Fortune here. When he does his life review after he passes, this is going to be one of those key things. If he goes down the wrong path, he may be forced to retreat. He may be lost. He may never find his way back to his right path. At some point, he may be so lost and so unhappy that he never finds it. But that's really, for JD Vance, what's coming up to him is a huge decision point. Huge decision point for him. Okay, Spirit, just a four-carder. What's his lesson to learn on this one? I think I've already nailed it. Maybe there's some other nuanced thing that's so blindingly obvious that I'm missing it. Nuanced thing that's blindingly obvious. There's a contradiction of terms. What blindingly obvious nuance you have, my dear. That's the kind of stuff I throw at Michelle that causes her to just like, do you know what that means? That was a very nuanced thing you said. Yeah, and it was subtle too. Oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle. That's the spiritual message. JD Vance, Sophia Loren, with his upcoming decision regarding the information that comes out on him. Two of Wands. You can leave on your own, or you can be forced out. It's life planning events here. Two of Wands. Living your life, going down your path. You have choices. Free will. You're at a crossroads. But there's not just one crossroads. There's many crossroads. How interesting. These are the cards that came out as the foundation. These two came out on that first one. It's your passion. Follow your heart. Be true to yourself. Excuse me. Be true to yourself. You got the dove here with the, to me, it looks like the wafer that the Catholic Church has. Where are your passions? Your passion should take you where you want to go. You have the free will choice on this. Free will choices. But if you take the wrong steps, your life's going to be difficult. You should follow your emotions, follow your passions, follow your heart when you make your decisions, or else you make your life difficult. Underneath it all is the Queen of Pentacles. It's your values. It's okay if your values are different than other people, if your practicality is different than others. To thine self be true. To thine own self be true? I'll get the quote right eventually. I have it at work. I don't have it here. He's put himself in quite the crossroads. He's got a big life decision to come up. And Spirit's going to help him. Spirit's going to put him in that position where he can make it and make a free will choice. I hope he chooses wisely. Thank you very much for watching this part 2 to that video. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.